Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Uncharted The Lost Legacy, and this is my crushing difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Chapter 3 of 9. It is entitled Homecoming. So whose homecoming is it? I could not tell you. But I have not given up on trying to figure that out. So if I ever do, I will slide that information across your desk, and we can speak about it. Anyway, though, this chapter is a brief one, but it's a difficult one in that the enemies are particularly sensitive on this first encounter, and it could really give you a bad feeling about the stealth in general about this game, and perhaps give you incorrect feelings about how the rest of the game works, because enemies are particularly sensitive on crushing. That's just a fact. However, on the fight coming up, it's as though they have this hive-mindedness to them, and an ability to see things that they should not ever be able to see from vantage points that are very questionable, and knowing when enemies are downed. It's just a screwy fight. It's difficult because of that. And it is, as I say, particularly sensitive. So you need to do things in a very specific way. Now, the way I'm going to show is not the only way. However, it's a good way to do it. Now, over here, there's going to be an ambush. It's nothing much to speak of, honestly. So I wanted to talk about the first two enemies that you're likely to encounter. It's a pair of walkers. Now, you can't run them over because that will make noise. It'd be nice if you could run them over and have no one know that, and not be making a sound, but that does make a sound. So you'll be having a gunfight, and you don't want to do the gunfight if you can help it, because there's a lot of backups that come, and there's a ton of enemies. But the other thing is, too, do you remember on Uncharted 4, on Chapter 8, on that first stealth part called the bridge, where there was a pair of enemies, and you took one out, and Sam took another one out, and it worked flawlessly? Well, on this, you can go up behind one of the two enemies, and Nadine will do the same thing. And you can kill them in tandem, but the other enemies will eventually know what you've done somehow. They'll either just know, they'll intuit it in some egregious way that doesn't make any sense, or they'll just see something. They'll see the body, and when they see it, you'll be scratching your head because there's no way that anybody could have possibly seen them. So the one thing that you can do that I know of is to make sure that you take out that pair of enemies when they've separated, and I'll show you the best place to do that, in my opinion. So we're going to be driving up here, and the pair of enemies is right over here. So when you're in motion with the car, if you press the X button, she'll jump out of the car. I was trying to land up here, but it's very difficult to do that. So give this just a moment. Wait till these enemies go to the left a little bit and jump down. And the first enemy that we're going to take care of is this guy up here. Now, if he walks towards you, you want to reset, because the other enemies will see this body. But he usually walks over to the left, and the likelihood of him side-eyeing, seeing you, is pretty low. So you need to do this very quickly as well. So there's going to be one guy that jumps down here. Take him out. And then the next three guys, you need to execute them extremely quickly. I stopped to pick up a sniper rifle. And I almost paid the price for it over here because the last guy nearly turned around. But you want to kill him, do an aerial kill on that one, and then come over here and kick this guy's body off. You need to kick it off. And then come over here and hide in the bushes. And this is a long wait, but it gives me a chance to explain what's happening over here. There's going to be one enemy in some fatigues that approaches this patch of grass back here. Now, this is one of the two enemies that was in that initial pair that I spoke about that you can't get a simultaneous kill on. So he will actually go all the way back the way he came eventually, but this is what he does. He comes all the way over here. Now, the other guy, the one that he was walking with, we'll take care of him next, but he has gone back down the hill that he went up with originally with this guy. So you just need to hang back here. There's a guy in a truck to the right, but he's not likely to see you if you stay back far enough. So kill this guy, and then we need to double back. We're going to be doubling back twice, so I apologize about that. But if you jump down here, you'll see this guy. This is the other walker in that original pair. So when he turns around, you want to come up to him, snap his neck. No one will see his body, and he won't see you as long as he's turned around. So you want to kill him, turn around, and then double back again. And I know it might be too much doubling back, but it's very easy to get seen on this, and it's extremely frustrating. So there's 3 guys left. The one in the truck that I mentioned, and in that truck bed there is a chest that has a silenced pistol if you want to use that, but I don't use those. Not that I'm above them or anything. It's just that I like to do fisticuffs when I'm doing stealth. Just you kill enemies without any accessories or any help. So then there's also a guy on a lower platform over here on one of the towers, and then on top of the huge wall gate there's one enemy that we'll take care of last, and we're gonna rush him of course too. But when you take care of this next guy, there's only 2 guys left right now. Okay, just this guy up here that you can see. And when you attempt to pull this guy down, you want to pull him off. You don't want to take him out when he's on the platform up there, so you don't want his body to be up there. But when you do something like that, make sure that the guy on top of that wall tower, or the gate tower, or the gate wall, whatever the hell it is, make sure that he's not looking, of course. And then when you come over here, it is a little difficult to do this without him seeing you. This last guy, if you're at the rung below where he's standing, he'll see you. So don't come all the way up yet until you're far enough spaced away from him. And then when he turns around, you can just kick him off. So he actually did think that he saw something as I climbed that. So you can just circle around him. I suppose I could have pulled him off, but I thought he might have seen me. And I also just enjoy kicking enemies off, especially from extremely high places like that. But that is chapter 3, and that stealth section is very difficult, just because it has the feel of being broken. It does, but it's not representative of the rest of the game. The game is not usually that buggy feeling, and they don't have that hive-minded sort of, you don't get that sense that they have, that omniscience that they definitely should not have. So anyway, chapter 3 is finished. I will see you in chapter 4. It'll be the Western Ghats, and until then, please continue to take care.